How's it going, guys? So this week is going to be a big week, and before we get into that, just for new people, this is the skin picks video, meaning these are the top skins in the community for this week. And it does not mean they are in game yet. 8 of these, or possibly, hopefully possibly more, since it's kind of like a holiday thing, will be picked on Thursday to be put into the game. So these skins are not necessarily in the game. You're gonna have to check the workshop link provided in the description below every time to see which ones do. So let's jump into it. We've got some clothing for you, and this is gonna be Lunar New Year and Valentine's and the first community jackhammers. Now the jackhammers we already showed you last week, so I'm not going to show them again. We're only going to show a couple of new ones, and pretty much the rest is going to be, as you can see, Lunar New Year and Valentine's. So here we go. We've got this beautiful hoodie and pants set by FaZe. It is the Lunar New Year, New Year set. It comes in 2 different versions. There is a cherry blossom and gold. This is the gold version. I thought it just kind of fit a little better with the gold, so I decided to show this one here. But as you can see, it's very beautiful, and you can see it is the year of the Ox, so there is an Ox back there. It's definitely very, very beautiful set. Next up, we've got some love camo for you, and this is, well, the Peacekeeper hoodie and pants. And, well, as you can see, there's love all over it. It's bright pink. I mean, well, one way or another, you'll definitely be noticed. Whether or not they'll want to give back the same kind of love, you'll just have to see. This definitely has some nice little padding and so forth to it. Kind of has like a military-esque look at kind of going along with it, but it definitely screams Valentine's. Next, we've got Bandanna for you, and this one's got some big old puckered lips for Valentine's Day. And over here, it's also got some, whoa, we went through a little too far there. What is that? Some money. And is that Alistair, Gary, and... Ooh, who? Well, yeah, it is Helk. That is Helk. So Alistair, Gary, and Helk are on those little cards right there. And yeah, it's got kind of like a gold chain going around. And yeah, the whole thing just kind of is hilarious. You gotta love the creativity put into this one. Next up, we got something with that Valentine's vibe, and of course some little skulls, and this just has that very kind of skull candy kind of look to it going on thing, which is of course perfect for Valentine's Day. So this is another little bandana that definitely fits right in. Next, we've got a Valentine's high qual set for you. This is the Destroyer of Love set. It comes in 2 versions, a glowing and a non-glowing, and I figured we'd just go ahead and show off the glowing one right now. So let's go ahead and hit that light and take a look at the glow on this one. There you have it. So not always the best to glow at night. It just does say Happy Valentine's Day there, but does make you kind of stand out, especially from the front there. But altogether, definitely still a very cool looking set. Next, we've got a chess piece, and this one is the Great Tradition chess piece, and it might look a little kind of familiar, and that's because it's actually meant to go ahead and match the previous and future Lunar New Year masks. So we actually have the Ox mask right here. This will be popping into the store from Face Punch the same time around the time of these skins, and you can see it really fits it really, really well. So that's well done on the artist's side right there. And of course, this is a wolf helmet, so metal chest piece with a wolf helmet-ish kind of equal is a little weird, but one way or another, it does look really epic. Next up, we've got tons of deployables for you, so we're going to kind of speed through them a little bit just so this video isn't like more than half an hour. Like I said, cramming 2 holidays into one is definitely crazy. So first over here, we've got a New Year theme with this crazy dragon bag. This is the Dragon's Dance bag. And as you can see here, it just has all sorts of little details to it, and it's been sculpted really well. So it's kind of unique. It has lots of little parts that pop up and look different and puffy, and it's always nice to see that kind of detail to any skin, honestly. Then over here, we've got a bunch of Valentine's themed bags for you, starting with this one right here. It's the Second Life bag by Jessen. And yeah, as you can tell, I mean, it pretty much Cupid, hearts, Valentine's. There you go. Over here, we've got the Rome Meow bag. You gotta love that. Meow, love you. Yep. And you got like the cat play the Heartbot's tail and everything. The whole thing is definitely an adorable bag. Cute for Halloween. Cute for Halloween. Valentine's Day, guys. Don't know where my brain is today. And then lastly over here, we've got kind of a grungy little Valentine's bag that will definitely fit into the game much better. This is the Love Me sleeping bag. And this one has some dirt and grime. It's definitely been patched together by various different things, but plenty of love has gone right into it. Next, we've got a couple furnaces for you, starting with this one right here. And this is a very beautiful furnace meant to look like a Chinese lantern. And of course, when we go ahead and turn this one on, boom, it lights up beautifully, just like you would expect a lantern to. Next, we've got a couple Valentine's Day ones for you, starting with this one right here. This is the Eat Me furnace, and the whole thing has kind of a candy frosting vibe going along with it. And hanging along on it, we've got some, looks like a Valentine's mask from previous years. We've got the handcuffs over here, and I think those are condoms and count of X's. Interesting. So very interesting for sure for the Valentines there. Lastly, we've got a furnace right here for you. The Love Potion Manufacturer by City has all sorts of recipes on it, and it's got this really cool kind of like burnt in lava glow heart going on. And it has all sorts of like herbs and spices and flowers and so forth, and a whole kind of like alchemy thing going on here. Ready to make some love potions, and it looks like the whole thing is bubbling out of the top. Next, we've got some boxes for you, starting with these New Year's ones right here. This one is the Chinese small box by Morpheus, and as you can see, it's got some nice little details engraved on the side in a beautiful gold. And a cute little dragon on the top. And then over here we've got one. This one is a little more on theme with an actual ox on it, and there's the ox on the top, and this has kind of more of a deeper engraved kind of feeling to it, but a little less on the details, a little more simplistic design to it for sure. Then we've got some large boxes, starting with this one right here. This is the Fancy Ox box by Aux Ak, and as you can see here, it's got lots of fancy little details to it along the side, lots of gold trim, etc., etc. And on top, you've got this nicely drawn out ox. It says Chinese New Year 2021, and some beautiful flowers and blossoms and so forth. Definitely a nice, beautiful box. Over here, we've got one that's, again, a little more simplified, and it's just the Lunar Ox box. And it says actual, I guess, ox on it. Right here, you've got some nice jade poking out behind the gold. And it just has this very beautiful carved look to it. Definitely a box that stands out for sure. Over here, we've got a last lunar box for you. This one has a dragon on the top. It is the Celebration Chest by Odyssey. You can see it has kind of cloud atmosphere going on along the sides, along the gold trim and etc. Definitely another very well sculpted box. Lastly, we've got two Valentine's boxes for you. This one's a little more beat up and rusty. This is the Rustic Love storage box. I guess the name fits its identity there much better. As you can see, it looks like someone kind of took a box, and it's old and worn and torn, and they kind of like stamped some hearts on it. Had some fun with that. Tried to make a nice, beautiful box in the world of Rust. We all know, of course, anything beautiful you have doesn't last long. And then lastly, we've got this one over here. It has a much more sculpted and clean look. It's the Ancient Valentine's box by Call Me Tommy. And yeah, the whole thing kind of looks almost like it's made out of like a stone or carved stone. It's got all sorts of little details to it. Hearts and wings and cupids and vines with roses. It's got the whole ordeal going on right there. Boom. Next, we've got a Valentine's vending machine for you. It is the Love Tester, and you've got hot, sexy, wild, mild, and cold. If you've never seen what a Love Tester is, it usually is some kind of goofy, novelty device where you grab onto something, squeeze something, or press something. So right here, it looks like you're supposed to press your hands up against it. And yeah, there you go. So if you've never seen a Love Tester, you should look it up. It's just a funny kind of novelty thing. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the back of it here. And of course, it does have glow, which we will check out when we hit the lights for everything. Now we've got doors, 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 and the way the lighting is working, we're going to take a look at these doors from actually the backside, because the light's hitting them so much better that way. So over here, we've got the Chinese Ox door. Looks like he's ready to charge on in there. Then next, we've got the Lunar Door by Mishka, and again, we've got another Ox sitting in the center, and this one has like a much more kind of clean-cut traditional look to it. And then over here, you've got a big old bull staring you right down, and Bull of the Year metal door. So there you go, Bull of the Year. That might have been some lost in translation things there, but I kind of want that to be its actual name. Next, we've got another one right here. This one has a far more artistic look to it. This is the Year of the Ox door for you. It's definitely very beautiful and has a nice carving going on with it and a very nice artistic style to it for sure. Then over here we've got a dragon for you. We'll go ahead and pop up so we get a little better view of it. This guy is the Dragon Draco door for the Lunar New Year. I can't speak today, guys. I don't know what's up. Definitely a very beautifully carved door for sure. Moving on, we've got some Valentine's doors for you, starting with this one right here. This is the Big City Romance door, and it's, well, exactly what you would expect. There's a city skyline going on with a Cupid flying over, ready to deliver love, and right where the key lock goes, there is actually a carved-in metal face mask with some kiss marks on it, which is a cool little something extra. Moving on, we've got a neon door for you. This is the Lover's Sheet Metal door by Duck, and it's got some neon hearts all along with a little controller there that looks just like the one from in-game, so nice details like that are always cool. It's definitely a very sweet looking door, and one of those ones that is definitely going to shine at night. Lastly, over here, we've got a sheet metal little Harvest of Love door by Andy Boo, and over here it looks like they're harvesting hearts from a special kind of love tree, and they're all dressed up like high-qual chads with wings, so you gotta love the Chad Cupids. It's just hilarious. So in we go. Ooh, oh, I forgot we weren't walking. That was a bit weird. Now we've got some double sheet metal doors for you and plenty of garage doors. Starting with this double sheet metal door from Vase. This is the Aux door, you know, XOXO, haha. He combined, I believe, Valentines and Chinese New Year, so there you go. And you gotta love the details to that. It's definitely a very, very cool looking door. Then we've got a Valentine's double door for you. This is the Love Hotel door by Firefly, and it definitely does look like something that would be part of a nice, beautiful hotel door. It almost looks like it was meant to be stained glass or tiles, maybe, even. So definitely very cool there. Then we've got some more neon for you with this beautiful neon heart door. This is the Neon Heart sheet metal door by Hatson. Definitely a really epic door. A lot of people have shown attention in this one, and I can see why. It just absolutely glows with radiation. Next over here, we've got a lot of doors for you. This is a very epic one we're starting out with. This is the Ceremonial garage door by Decapitator, and this thing is just absolutely epic looking. A little worried about the middle part for the rolling up thing, but hey, who knows? Sometimes Hulk makes exceptions, and this would definitely be something epic enough for that to make sense. Next over here, we've got a little bit something different. This is the Excalibur garage door by Frostbite, and Excalibur Security Services. I like that. You know, he kind of did his own thing with it, but kept it on the theme. It's definitely a really epic looking garage door, and it has some big glow to it that we'll check out here shortly. Next, we've got Valentines, starting with these love garage doors. We've got the Lovely Raider and the Naked Cupid garage door for you, and it is Andre and Algorithm, respectively. Over here, you've got a Cupid wielding a coffee can helmet and a rocket launcher, and then over here, we've got the similar idea, coffee can and a AK with hearts coming out of the barrel there. Both of them are definitely really epic and have that cool kind of graffiti art style thing going on. Next, we've got a very different garage door. This one has a neon heart on it, as well as the Words of Love. This is the Polyglot of Love, and yeah, it basically just says love in pretty much every language. No, I'm kidding. There's probably a lot more languages than this, but I definitely found German up there. Ich liebe dich up there. And yeah, you can probably find pretty much most languages in here. So there you have it. Definitely a cool little idea. Moving on, we got some more neon for you, but this one has a little bit more of a mature theme. This is the Night of Love garage door by Little Ranger. It's 18 plus and open, and well, I guess if your Valentine's Day isn't going too lucky, this door can maybe guide you in the right direction. Let's just leave it at that. Over here, we've got something a little different, and it's got this kind of comic book wow kind of thing going on. And instead of pow and bang, we've got love and kisses, and there's a Hazzy guy getting a kiss. And just, well, you know, there you go. Even Hazzy guys can have some love. And lastly, we've got one more garage door for you. This one has a beautiful background. You can see there's the dome, there's an airdrop coming in over the trees, and this Hazzy and what almost looks like a princess with an AK, ready to go on their Valentine's beautiful date with such a beautiful design and background. Lastly, we've got a double armored door for you. This one has the beautiful Chinese theme going on. This is the Chinese Sun armored double door. And yeah, we'll go ahead and toggle these little jade hatches. You can see right through. Boom. And if we go ahead and check out the opposite side, there you go. So let's go ahead, guys, and check out all of these things at night, because a lot of them got some glow. All right, let's look at these furnaces. That's really cool. Then nothing on the boxes except for this one right here. It's a very faint glow to the hearts, which looks quite nice. Then here's that love tester. And we can head all the way down over here. And this dragon door actually has like a almost like black light glow to it, which is quite cool. Then we've got our cityscape Cupid. Those neon hearts. And there's the hidden Valentines. Aye, pretty clever, right? Gotta love that. There's the glow on those. Look at that. It actually kind of looks like a glow coming off of those lanterns. This one looks really sick. There's a glow there. It even highlights a few of the love phrases. There's your 18 plus neon. And some beautiful glow right there. Alright, let's jump into those tools and weapons. So starting out, we've got this beautiful hammer right here, and this is the Aux hammer. Again, it's got the symbol for ox there. Then we've got a couple rocks for you, starting with this yummy looking Valentine's rock. Chocolate covered strawberries. I mean, what else would say Valentine's Day, right? Then we've got a heart rock for you, and this one has all sorts of like beautiful butterflies kind of engraved back there. The whole thing kind of looks like it's been kind of like glazed over and or very, very polished. So one way or another, it does have a glow version, which we'll be sure to show you here at the end. Next, we've got a bone club for you, and this is the Cobalt Wand. And, well, if I need to explain to you what this is a parody of, then maybe you're too young to know what it is. So we'll just leave it at that. One way or another, this thing is pretty hilarious. And I think most people should get the joke behind it, for sure. Moving on, we've got some jackhammer skins for you, starting with this one right here, and this one is the Master's Punisher by Slime. There's something about Slime and some BDSM stuff, and yeah, one way or another, this thing is pretty hilarious for Valentine's Day. You've gotta love. the look to this thing. Next up, we got one last jackhammer for you, and it is the Love Injector. And yeah, well, how can you not love the Love Injector? Again, it's got a little more adult theme to it, which fits Rust, and it's got some sweet chrome going on, and then there's some kind of pink juice flowing through this thing. It's all set to go for your Valentine's Day. Next, we got some bows for you, starting with this one right here. And again, we've got some kind of like plastic thing going on. This is the Latex Love Bow. Go ahead and draw the string there. As you can see, there is a heart and some laced up latex going on. Of course, you can't have Valentines in Rust without latex, I guess. Next up, we've got another bow for you. This one has a kind of digital camo thing going on. And it's kind of like a digital love vibe. Go ahead and turn around there. And this is the Heartstrings by Samoda. Next, we've got another bow for you, and this one is got a kind of like angelic vibe going to it. And of course, it is named the Angel's Bow. Aiming down the sides here, you can see it's kind of like a beat up, but it has, you know, some nice little highlights to it. There's some crossed out hearts up there. I wonder what that could be about. And we'll take one more last look at it there. Then we've got another bow for you. This one's got all sorts of hearts, and it's got more of kind of like a engraved, carved, sculpted look to it. This one has a lot more detail into the hearts and so forth. And it has kind of like a metallic vibe going on to it. This is the Hunting Iron Heart by White. Lastly, we are moving on to some crossbows for you. This first one we've got here is the Lunar Ox by City, and you can see there's an eye right there, and you've got some like lotus blossoms and so forth going on. We'll go ahead and reload there. Definitely a very elegant looking crossbow. Next up, we've got one more crossbow for you, and this one is cleverly made to look like there's an actual ox horn in the front, which is quite cool. So you can see that ivory or horn up front there. And then you've got the very traditional kind of clean look to the rest of it there. Go ahead and draw back the red and gold string, actually, which is quite cool. Take one more look at there. There you have it. Next, we've got an Yoka for you, and this one is the Firecracker Yoka by Slime. You can see it's very, very well carved out and quite a beautiful one. It has such bright colors and is just ready for the Chinese New Year. Next, we've got a Revy for you, and this one is the Prosperity Ox by Devski. You can see it is all sorts of gold and bright red going on, and aiming down the sights here, you've got a little golden ox head staring back at you. Go ahead and pop off a few rounds and pop a reload there. There we go. Oops, we already showed that one. We've got another revolver for you. This one is the Lunar Revolver by Fresh. This one has much more of a red versus gold going on, with a nice contrast of a black handle there. Aiming down the sights, you've got some kind of gold scales with that red background there. There we go. Next, we've got a Python for you, and this one has a very rusted look. It looks like this one was kind of found in a rusty pile, and then someone took it and cleaned it up and threw some hearts all over it, and even wrote love on the handle. So this one definitely is rusty and crusty and fits right in. This is the Love is Python. Go ahead and fire a few off, and pop a reload there. Last in this group, we've got a SAR for you. This one has a very beautiful drawing on the side of it. This is the Dragon's Gift SAR by Jessen. You can see there's this really cool dragon on the side, and this even has like strip paint and wood on it to add to that kind of like rusty feel. The whole thing itself is done really well, has this beautiful kind of shimmer to it, yet it's beat up in the same way, which is just the right kind of vibe for Rust. Next up, we've got a custom for you, and this is the Love SMG, and it's got all this kind of like gold-plated metal with these heart design all over it. There's some encrusted, or not encrusted, I should say, some engraved hearts there on the mag, and also when aiming down on the sights here, you can see the same heart. Go ahead and pop off a few rounds and do a reload there. And there you have it. Next, we've got some AKs for you, starting with this one right here. This is the Lunar AK-47 by Johnny, and it's got this big old ox followed by some dragons and some really intricate, beautiful designs to the whole thing. Aiming down the sides, you've got a gold-painted sight with red tips on the black part of the iron sights there. We'll go ahead and pop a reload for you. Definitely quite a cool-looking AK. Next, we've got another one for you, and this one is the Golden Ox AK by Zinc, and it has this beautiful artwork on the side of it. You can see an ox running out of what looks like an explosion of fireworks, and the AK itself kind of has a little bit of a beat-up but fancy look to it. The whole thing is absolutely beautiful. Aiming down the sights here, you've got a lantern and some gold and black painted sights. Next, we've got Valentine's AK for you, and this one definitely fits more of that kind of like beat up look for sure. It's got all sorts of little love notes taped on or even possibly like plastered onto the side of it there. And as you can see, the whole thing is just kind of Valentine's-y. It has kind of like a little kids vibe to it kind of thing going on, or maybe like teen love, I guess. I don't know. But one way or another, the whole notebook thing is definitely a creative little idea. Next, we've got an LR for you. This one is for the Chinese New Year. This is the Festival Spirits LR. On the side, it has a giant lava kind of like glowing dragon, and the whole rest of the gun kind of has the same vibe going on. That does kind of take away for the fact the gun is kind of all splotched into one kind of color palette, which could be something that takes away from it a bit. But aiming down the sights here, you've got a kind of beat up sight, and then you've got a... I'm not sure what that symbol is for, so I don't know. Someone will have to translate there, but definitely a very fiery looking LR, and it does glow, so we'll be sure to show that to you here shortly. Next, we've got another LR for you. That was the right one. And this one has some beautiful, beautiful artwork on the side of it. This is the LR300 Air Kiss. And you can see right there, they're just blowing a kiss, and it is a very, very beautiful piece of art there. Aim down the sights, you've got a little heart on a crosshair. We'll do a reload right there. Next up, we've got a couple more LRs for you, starting with this one right here. This is the Heartstopper by Teddy, and of course it's full of hearts and pink and all sorts of Valentine's vibe, and it's got this like snow white with a red dot right there, and then you've got kind of this worn off metal with a little heart there. We'll go ahead and pop a reload, and we've got another LR for you. This one definitely has more of a metallic vibe to it. This is the Enamored Hearts LR by Neville, and you can see it has this kind of like chrome thing going on, or it almost looks like studded. It's very cool, kind of in between breaking it up there. Then you've got these kind of like heart design with the purple and everything. It's broken up quite nice. Go ahead and aim down the sights there. We've got a little bit of kind of like a gold or bronze coming through as well. Definitely a cool design. Next, we've got an M249 for you, and this one is a Lunar New Year one. This is the Year of the Ox M249, and aiming down the sights, you've got a bright red sight behind the red and the gold there. You'll see that there's all sorts of gold and beautiful, intricate design to it. The whole thing just has a very beautiful vibe, and I actually love the wood stock on the M2. That actually looks really well with the rest of this here. Same with the grip. Lastly, we've got a rocket launcher for you. This comes in two versions, glowing and not glowing, and this is the glowing version, so we'll be sure to show you that there. but this is the Explosive Confession. And yeah, it basically says love in a bunch of different languages all over it. It's got a cool little pink glow to it and some hearts against the chrome. We'll go ahead and pop a reload there. And let's see, what can we take out today? Is there a tree up the hill? Let's hit a tree up the hill. And we missed the tree. Oh well. One way or another, guys, that is it. So let's go ahead and check out the glow on the few couple of weapons and tools, and we'll be right back with you. All right. There's those hearts on the rock. And the love injector definitely has some very cool glow to it. Check that out. Yeah. Then, of course, that LR with that glowy dragon. And the rocket launcher, where all the different languages of love can be spoken in glowing, beautiful text. That's gonna do it, guys, so we will see you on Thursday for quite a big week. Thanks for watching, and stay rusty.